Returnable PET and returnable glass bottles is just one of the many ways in which we are investing in innovative and more sustainable packaging solutions as we work towards supporting the Coca-Cola Company's global commitments. Last year, we made a commitment to sell 25% of our total volume in reusable packaging, and our considerable investment in what some call returnable or refillable packaging is an essential part in us being able to achieve this commitment. The key differentiator when we talk about reusable glass and PET bottles is that they are both returned to our facilities for refilling with Coca-Cola products. In order for this to work, we incentivize our consumers to return the bottles to the point of purchase through a redeemable deposit scheme. We then collect those bottles from our retailers, we return them to our bottling plants. At our bottling plants, they go through stringent processes, including a very strict bottle washing process before they are refilled. When we treat these bottles kindly in the marketplace, we can use them up to 20 times before they are taken out of the float and re-enter the recycle stream. As Coca-Cola, we have set a goal to increase the percentage of recycled content in all of our packaging material to 50% by 2030. When one refers to recycling in general, we're really talking about the process whereby single-use packaging is recovered after use and then recycled to make materials like rPET. And these bottles are recovered from household waste by waste pickers or household recycling initiatives. Returnables, or more correctly, reusable packaging, refers to packaging that is deliberately designed to be used multiple times. These bottles are returned by consumers to their retailers and, importantly, not placed in the recycling systems. PETCO is essentially a producer responsibility organization. They act on behalf of those that make and sell PET products, and they are primarily tasked with ensuring the collection and recycling of the PET products that its members sell to the South African market. The Coca-Cola system was a founding member of PETCO in the early 2000s, and today we remain a committed member. We partner with PETCO on several initiatives, and a lot of those initiatives go beyond the mandatory requirements. In 2021, PETCO collected 90,402 tons of packaging waste, and that number represents 63% of the PET packaging waste placed in the South African market by its members. Sprite has always been associated with the iconic green bottle. In consumers' minds, they associate Sprite, or always have associated Sprite, with that iconic green bottle. But in 2020, we made the deliberate and conscious decision to remove the green color and transition the brand to a clear bottle. This was done because although PET can be recycled, it cannot be recycled back into new bottles. We also know that the recyclability of clear bottles are worth more to recyclers than green bottles, which in turn then increases their chances of it being collected. Waste pickers, reclaimers, or collectors as they're known, play a pivotal role in the circular economy, and more so in many developing economies. And the reason for that is because in many of our developing economies, we don't have well-developed formal collection systems. The majority of the collection actually happens by reclaimers. Collection is done both on the streets and unfortunately at landfills. The collected materials are then sold to a network of traders or buyback centers where reclaimers earn revenue and are able to make a living. Well, the first and direct benefit, of course, is to the waste pickers themselves, because it creates the opportunity for them to be able to earn a living from that work that they do. And in the current economic environment, we cannot underestimate the impact of that. There are, of course, other benefits, the benefits to the environment, the benefits to the other economic players in that recycling value chain. And therefore, without the waste pickers, we would not have the substantial recycling industry that we currently have, which in turn enables a more circular economy. I think the most important thing is that consumers need to start within their homes by separating recyclable packaging from general household waste and placing it in a separate bag outside their homes to be collected on the day that refuse is collected. If you don't have a formal collection service, it is likely that by separating your recyclables and placing them where they can be easily seen and accessed, at least some of them will be collected by waste reclaimers. This separation eliminates the need for reclaimers to go through your bin, as well as to collect recyclables from landfills. This then not only improves their working conditions, but enables them to collect more and earn more, both as a result of increased quantities, but also because we know that cleaner materials fetch a higher price. Given that South Africa, like many of our other developing economies, rely heavily on the informal collection, waste pickers therefore, and the buyback centers that they trade with, are a critical element, not only for Coca-Cola, but for all South Africans. This is one of the reasons why we actually focus heavily on supporting collection and recycling value chains through collaborative initiatives led by PETCO and other PRO partners. Our World Without Waste values are aimed at working towards closed-loop circular economies. Our commitments include collecting the equivalent of 100% of our packaging by 2030. We want to see a system in which the plastic packaging the company produces is firstly designed to be recycled, then kept in the economy, and then lastly reused in food and beverage packaging. These solutions will ultimately benefit the environment, serve the communities, and begin the path to solutions for this and the next generation. Doing business the right way means innovating, and it means taking a long-term approach. Our World Without Waste values is a testament to our belief and our purpose, and that is to refresh the world and make a difference.